Okay. We're gonna get this. It's gonna happen. Let me know when you start. Did you already start? Oh, I didn't know this was on. So that song I was humming is As by Stevie Wonder. There's a line in that song that says, until we dream of life and life becomes a dream. My question now is, how about the dreams of artists and musicians who are neurodiverse? How do we make their dreams a reality? If you know me, you'll know that I have a lot to say. So, the producers of this show, they gave me a time limit. 3 minutes. In the next 3 minutes, I'd love for us to discuss diversity, what it means, and who's been left out of that definition. Did you know that although parents of color approach their health providers about developmental concerns when their children are around the same age, that children of color are less often diagnosed with autism? And did you know that these same children often have less access to resources and services than do their white peers? Here with me today is Tracy Brown. She is the continuity director at KJLH, an urban contemporary radio station based in Los Angeles and owned by none other than Stevie Wonder. Tracy has been with KJLH for almost 20 years now. Tracy has overseen and participated in several different initiatives, including the Men's Empowerment Summit, the Women's Health Expo, and most recently, the Mindful Beauty Project. Without further ado, let's welcome our guest, Tracy Brown. So, welcome to 3 Minutes with Ifu. Tracy, it's a pleasure to speak with you today.
My pleasure. It's a pleasure as well.
Let's talk. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, come on.
So social justice and art go hand in hand. We know this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so my first question for you today is, how does KJLH approach social justice using music?
We consider ourselves radio free. We're free to play whatever it is we want to play. And if you could think back to the early 70s and 60s, most of the music that was aired and played and created during those times, their music was always about something that was going on. You know, I don't know if there are very many other stations that are out there that are able to reach the masses like we can, and that could touch the heart and the soul of the listener and the people that are hurting.
So Stevie Wonder, who is a founder of KJLH, he's a blind man. He is probably, in my opinion, the most iconic musician of our time. I'm curious to know, what kind of initiatives does KJLH have for artists who have disabilities?
Okay, well, let me just say this. That's an untapped market. There's room for initiatives to be created. KJLH, we support art. It doesn't matter where the art comes from, whether or not the person is neurologically diverse, the color of their skin. If it's beautiful music, it's beautiful music from whomever. Some people are very creative when they have neurological disorders.
And you know, one more thing that comes to my mind, my favorite song by Stevie Wonder, which is As. There's a line in there where he says, where we can dream until our dream becomes life. If your dream is to become a musician, and you know, there are people who are there to help make that dream a reality, I think that's super important. As I love for Jazz Hands and KJLH to be that partnership that helps many different, you know, people of color who are neurodiverse to be able to make that dream a reality.
It's a beautiful thing to be so creative and then have somebody to believe in you.
Yeah. So at Jazz Hands, we help our musicians use their art as ways to gain independence and be part of their communities.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys currently have any organization that you partner with in order to create more opportunities for artists who are neurodiverse?
Not at this time, but that doesn't mean that it's not an area that can be explored. Mm-hmm. I've come across so many different people who have different challenges and they still rise to the occasion. And I love that. And I welcome that. Art recognizes art.
This conversation has just shown how KJLH is all about, you know, expanding that definition of diversity beyond just race or gender, but to include also neurodiversity into that as well. So it was a pleasure speaking with you, Tracy.
Thank you, Ifu. Thank you.
Yes. All right, then. Have a